Hey guys, it's Kira
and Jenna,
and today we're going to finish out our triangle. We're going to talk about shooting a manual, the triangle, and it's our last part of the triangle, which is aperture.
Yes, or fstop.
F-stop.
Depending on what you want to call it. Yeah. So aperture or f-stop is the size of the opening in the lens that can be adjusted to control the amount of light reaching the film or digital sensor. So it kind of looks like little fan blades, and they just open and close, and yeah, they let in more or less light.
And it's the thing that you'll always see people talking or hear people talking about on lenses. It's like, what's the f-stop of the lens?
Yes. Yeah, because the lower the number, the more blur you're able to get in the background, which is highly desired. And so those lenses are usually more expensive. There is a little cheapy, works pretty good, 50 millimeter 1.8. That is just $120, and it's not the highest quality lens, but it will give you that bokeh, and bokeh is that blur in the back. I don't know if we said that, but yeah, it's a great little lens, makes a great little gift.
This is the Canon version.
Yes, I'm sure there's a Nikon too, but yeah, if you are just starting out and want to play with bokeh, that is a great lens for it.
The 50 millimeter 1.8.
Yes.
There is a 1.2, I think.
I don't know if there is in the cheapie, but in
not cheap.
Yeah, in the high quality, there is a 50 millimeter 1.2, and I think 1.2 is kind of the lowest you can go.
Yeah.
Without being absolutely insane.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you're starting out and want to play with it, that is a great lens. I had that lens. I still have it. And yeah, it's just a good little workhorse.
Yes.
It's a little bit loud, but you know, you get what you pay for with $120.
We've destroyed this one, but it was a good lens.
Yeah. Yeah, and then you can move on to a higher quality lens. Does, yeah, better.
Yes.
So the lower the f-stop number, the larger the opening in the lens. The higher the number, the smaller the thing that lets in less light. So you have a sharper background. Something else that you want to consider with aperture is the number of people in the photo. Yeah. So if you're shooting one person and you're using the little 50 millimeter 1.8, that's excellent. But if you're shooting 5 people at 1.8, your people outside of your focus point are going to be super fuzzy. So maybe you want to correlate your number to your number of people. So F4 for 4 people, F5.6, something like that, to make sure that everyone looks crisp in your photo.
It took me a long time to key this in, and obviously, like, I get nervous when I'm taking pictures. So it's like you go from one thing to one thing to one thing, and then you're like, oh crap,
yeah,
I forgot to change.
Well, and I think too, yeah, it's not that you're not thinking about that in every moment, and yeah, so you gotta,
because you're like shooting Jenna, and then you're like, everybody come on in, and then you're like halfway through, you're like,
dang it, I forgot to change my f-stop, because like we're going to talk about in our last video, all of these 3 things work together. So if you change your f-stop, you're going to have to change another setting. Yeah. So it isn't just a flick, flick, take another picture. It's a flick, flick, click, click, and then take another picture. So for us, that happens quickly. But if you're just learning, it might take a while.
Yeah. A lot.
Yeah. Yeah.
Eventually you'll get in the rhythm.
Yeah.
But.
Yep. Is that it for aperture?
F-stop is kind of you get in the groove.
Yeah.
And you'll realize that you're a low f-stop person or you're a high f-stop person.
You'll figure out your style.
Yeah. Because Jenna hates it, but I'm a low.
Oh, I'm a low f-stop
low as you can go.
Me too. Yep.
But she's like, you can bump it up a little bit because everything's blurry right now.
That's the thing. I want our pictures to be crisp.
And I'm like, I really love the bokeh. I love it so much.
Yep.
She's like, Yeah, but everything's blurry.
Yeah.
I love the blurriness.
Yep.
Um,
Blur is good.
And the other, a lot of people are always like, well, I have two camps. Typically, the older people are like, can you take the blurriness out of the background? I really want the trees sharp.
We do get that.
Those people crack me up. The other people are like, where was I going with this?
Keep it blurry.
Well, they really like the blurriness, but they're like, they buy a Rebel or that type of camera, like a new camera, and they have a kit lens, and they're like, I want my pictures to be blurry, just like yours. And I'm like, well, then you need to buy $10,000 worth of lenses.
I mean, you can get the blur with the cheap one, but I mean, it's not going to be the same.
Right.
It is going to feel different because it does give you the low f-stop, but the way that the lens is built is not going to produce photos the same caliber as the $10,000 lens.
Yeah. Yeah. Because professionals know how to do the lighting, the expensive lenses, the posing, like all of that. And like when you come and you're just like, I want the bokeh to be amazing. It's like there's a lot that goes into getting that. So it's just a lot, and you have to. And experience, 15 years of experience.
Yes, experience definitely helps, because while you might want bokeh in every photo, there are some photos where that is just not going to work. And then there are some photos where you want to have bokeh because something in the background is not nice. And if you don't have a lens that will do that, trying to do it in post never works right. I don't know if you guys have noticed in portrait mode on your phones, but you can add bokeh in portrait mode. But the phone fakes it. It takes what it thinks is the background and it blurs it, so you get these weird fuzzy edges around people's bodies, and it doesn't look good. And that's because it's digitally adding it, whereas the lenses are naturally adding it, and it's just a totally different look.
Yeah. And we don't even want to get into the AI thing. Like, AI can add all kinds of stuff, but does it look good? No, it doesn't. So.
Sarah did AI headshots once, and she literally had a claw. She had 3 fingers.
My pupils were all like, anyway.
Yeah.
Okay, so that is f-stop. So now we've gone through all 3, ISO, aperture, and shutter speed.
Yep, and next time we're going to put them all together and tell you how to use them together to create manual mode.
Yay! So you'll be in the know.
Yep.
How to do it.
Yep.
And you can start practicing on your own. So, okay, so if you have any questions, you can drop them down below or shoot us an email or whatever you need to do. So, okay, have a fantastic week and we will see you soon.
Bye.
Bye-bye.